Zdravo, Borut Petrlin here. Thank you for all the attention that my last vlog. Zdravo, Borut Petrlin here. Zdravo. And ugasnemo mu še enkrat. Zdravo, Borut Petrlin here. I mean, my last vlog really received quite a lot of attention. No doubt, also you were charmed by carbon. A ja, mimo grede, imaš na 4K? Zdravo, Borut Petrlin here. Zdravo, Borut Petrlin here. My last vlog received quite a lot of attention. No doubt, I mean, you are charmed by carbon printing process just as I am. Today's challenge is to take this magic box, open it, and this box, by my counting, should contain everything necessary to make a carbon print. And it's true. I mean, I just put stuff inside right now, so I don't know if I forgot something. So let's see. The most important is the carbon print, also the negative for this carbon print. Carbon tissues, these are actually dead carbon tissues, so that's why, you know, just for the vlog. Look how perfect that is, huh? It's really nice. Prepared carbon tissues. Gloves, apron, hanger pants hangers, thermometer, maybe infrared will be better, but squeegee, final support on which the carbon print will be transferred to, sized, it's already sized and hardened, it's art paper, excellent stuff, 300 grams, a safe mask, plexiglass, and few chemistry. Potassium metabisulfite. This is, if I'm food preservative, E223, if I'm not mistaken. Citric acid and potassium hypermanganate. And of course the copy frame. This is a 4x5 inch Eastman Kodak copy frame, really excellent stuff. It's a little bit too small. And this one is a little bit too big. The carpenter is actually making me a smaller copy frame so it will fit the magic box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 items, and you might think, oh, but you forgot a trays. I did not. This box is also a tray. Okay, first apron. Okay, now let me tell you something about the carbon tissues. They are sensitive to light, but they are not super sensitive to light, meaning the tungsten light, some dim light is totally fine, but definitely not neon light. What else? Metal halide light. What else? What kind of LED blue light? All blue lights are too much. But those old-fashioned bulbs, tungsten bulbs, they are fine. Anyway, in a subdued light conditions, you take out the carbon tissue. For this case, it's not necessary to have gloves, but if you want to be safe, here we have gloves. Okay, now we need a negative and we need a safe edge. Take a copy frame. This is, as I said, this is too big copy frame. It'll be smaller, neater. We open it. This is the back of the copy frame, and this is the foam. Then we take the carbon tissue. Then we take the. Actually, it's a little bit. Actually, it's a little bit folding back, so I will take some sellotape to make it flat. Other carbon tissues are flat, but this one, of course, for demonstration purposes, I took the one that is not flat. Doesn't matter. That's how it is. And now we take the negative. We turn it correct way. So here you see the perforation. This is the emulsion side, okay? The perforation should be on top left, and now it has to go down, okay? You place it in the middle. Good. And now you place the safe edge around. Is it straight? Yeah, it's straight. Like this. Okay. Now we close it. So now we take the top, we close it. We inspected if it moved. It did not, or not so much. Okay, now we close the frame and we are ready for exposure. And now the negative is sandwiched together with a carbon tissue in a copy frame, and now we have to expose it. What kind of light do we want? If you're a photographer, you might have this kind of light. Why? Okay, this kind of lamps are totally fine. Actually, they're perfect. They are mercury-based fluorescent lamps, and they give really good daylight, and that's actually very good for exposing the carbon tissue. You can also use the sun tanning light. It's UV light. Of course, you have to have a sunglass or shades to protect your your eyes. But actually, it's a really good exposure unit. The carbon prints illuminated with this light, they are more contrasty because the wavelength is much shorter than the visible light. And you can get some tan. For vlogging, perfect. Mercury-based lamps are really excellent. I bought this for 50 euros. It's 500 watts. This kind of stuff are used for, I don't know, for illuminating the public spaces like monuments, churches, school courtyards, and other stuff. So, you know, you can get this for very cheap and it's excellent. For your first carbon print, you have to make a test, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, this is 10 minutes, this is another 5 minutes, and this is another 5 minutes. So as you see, the line between the exposure areas is not sharp. It's not sharp because of this tissue that is blocking the light is between the tissue and the negative and the carbon tissue is thickness of the glass. Plus, this is very diffused light. So that's why, you know, you cannot be sharp. The line cannot be sharp. The difference between 5 and 10 will be very soft. So you have to have that in mind. Okay, now we have exposed carbon tissue and it's time to develop it. In this magic box, we have gloves, squeegee, plexiglass. This is the tray. And now we take the exposed carbon tissue and put it inside, dip it in with the black side, with the emulsion side up, and we leave it for 30 seconds. Okay, after this is done, we hold one corner and then we pull it like this. And then if there is some edge on the edges, we can gently wipe it away. We should not leave anything. Okay, after squeegeeing, we are leaving it to air for 5 minutes. The dust sensitizer is releasing nitrogen gas, and we have to leave it for 5 minutes to air, and then it's time for next stage. Okay, this is a fine art fiber-based paper sized with 5% of gelatin and hardened. Now you have to leave it in water, 80 degrees Celsius, 18 degrees Celsius, at least for 2 minutes, so it gets soaked. We take a carbon tissue that was aired, exposed and aired. Now I dip it in this way, and now when it's under, I turn it around, so there is no air on top. After 30 seconds, I take it out. I adjust it a little bit. And now with a squeegee, I gently pull. I should not move it, okay? Not much pressure. I'm just squeegeeing the air out. Second half. So always from middle out, from middle out, from middle out, okay? Not from here pushing down, okay? And very gently, just basically with the weight of the squeegee. When this is done, we have to mop the excess water, especially on the border, on the edges where the, okay. Now we leave it for 10 minutes. In this 10 minutes, just for security sake, I put one tissue of paper and one glass plate on top. It's just to make everything very, very flat. What is happening now is the gelatin that got exposed, it's hard, and the gelatin on the paper, so that gelatin, that glossy thing, this is actually being stuck together. It's mating. That's the phase of the process. It's called mating. So this we leave for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes is developing, or should we say washing. Okay, after 10 minutes of mating time, it's time for developing. Okay, for washing stage, you need to have a temperature of 38 degrees Celsius. See? Okay, go inside and then we count 30 seconds. Immediately you see at the edge there are bubbles of nitrogen coming out from the dust sensitizer. And after 30 seconds you see it's actually, now it's time to peel it off. Come on. Woo-ha! Here we have this plexiglass. Stage, please do wear gloves and apron. I mean, dust is a chemical that was not really tested. It's kind of new chemical, so we are treating it as, you know, it would be with all the precautions necessary. Look at that. It's coming already. If the temperature would be 40 degrees, it will start, the image might peel off. If it would be 33 degrees or 35 degrees, the soft gelatin, unhardened gelatin would not wash. So you have to be quite precise, and wash it with gentle current of water, you know, don't splash it over. Okay, here you see the edge of unhardened gelatin. So usually after the image is developed or washed, I go with a glove and gently wipe this gelatin away. Be careful. This gelatin is very sensitive too, so if you touch it, it will be torn. Look at the texture of the paper. I love it. Okay, the last stage, I take really cold water, the coldest as I can. So basically it has to be, I don't know, 15, 20 degrees Celsius or less. And now with the cold water, you actually kind of quote unquote fix the gelatin. So the gelatin cools down, and because it cools down, it becomes stiff, and it will not wash away anymore. After the print is washed with the hot water and cold water, we have to dry it, and we have to dry it in a safe light area. I mean safe, kind of like tungsten light. It's okay. This is totally fine. Also, neon is fine, but don't put it on the sun. If you will put it on the sun, it will yellow. Why? Because in this gelatin there is still dust sensitizer, and this has to be neutralized. But that's another story. I have enough. This is not full tutorial vlog. It's enough. Next time, next vlog. Come back. Hey guys, this is a final result. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, how I made this. Remember, this is not a tutorial vlog, it's semi-tutorial. It's meant more for my 2 patrons who will receive 2 of my boxes, my kits. First, it's still a prototype phase. Guys, we will be in contact, in video call and so on, so I will guide you through. But soon, this will be available for everybody. Soon, not now. Well, this is a prototype because my results are like this. A perfect print, and then bang, 2 contrasty print. I was wondering why, because the recipe was about the same, but then I realized, I know what's the problem. The problem is scale. This scale I bought, it should be 100th of a gram precise, so perfect for me, but it's not. It's not even 1/10 of a gram consistently precise. It's great for collodion, but for carbon printing, it's not precise. And I bought many of them, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, I decided if I want to get like a precise results and consistent results, I need precise scale. So that's why I bought a precise scale. Pisa si me ruknul. Oh, fuck. This is a precise scale. It's precise 0.1 milligram, so 1/10,000th of a gram. More about that in my next vlog. Okay guys, thank you for watching. That's it for this vlog, this episode. The lucky Patreon, I'm always picking the lucky Patreon, is Sally Pförtner from Illinois, USA. Thank you for supporting me. This book, Light Mood, is yours. If you want to support this channel, you may subscribe, press like, leave a comment, buy one of my books, or become my Patreon. So, top shit.